Imagination is more important than knowledge, said Albert Einstein. So that's our mantra here at VIT. All of you have had your undergraduate education in a different college, and now you are joining VIT, and there might be some few VITians joining VIT again. I welcome you all to VIT. Before I give my speech, let me do a quick survey. How many of you know somebody here at VIT already? Somebody studying at VIT already? Please raise your hand. How many of you know somebody here at VIT already? Just look around. Keep your hands raised. Just look around. It's like majority of you. Please. What it shows is, we are doing a good job. That's why, you have the faith in us. The alumni of this institution are successful. How do you measure the success of an institution? It's the success of the alumni, right? That's the most important thing. So what we want to emphasize here at VIT is that, you become creative and innovative, not just mere knowledge, right? So that's why we want to emphasize a lot on projects, not just being bookish about it. We need to be able to apply the knowledge which we gain. We introduce project-based learning, and we want to make sure the questions you face in the exam are higher order thinking, not just lower order where you just memorize and vomit in the exam. That's where I'm emphasizing that, many of you would have studied in colleges where you were asked to memorize and repeat in the exam, but we would be changing the pattern here. We want you to understand what you study, not just, memorize. In these days of instant Google on your phone, you will get all the results. You type any word, there will be a million results. Do you know how to collate that information, understand that information, and analyze it and use it? That's more important for us. And there are a few points which I wanted to mention here. One is entrepreneurship. We want to strongly encourage entrepreneurship. Recently some of the MTech students with TIFAC here, they came and gave us a demo of hybrid auto rickshaw. Right? It's an indigenous technology where you can save a lot of fuel having a hybrid technology. We need such technologies for our own country. We cannot expect US and UK and Germany to come and solve India's problems. We Indians need to solve our own problems. We have so many problems around us, whether it's the higher price of petrol. We keep importing so much of petroleum products. So we need to make sure we have our own technology to solve our problems. We have drinking water problem everywhere. What are we doing as engineers and scientists to solve that problem? So I want you to think real life problems also, not just some projects which you do for getting some grade's sake. You should be able to solve real life problems which can eliminate the problem of poverty of this nation or unemployment. So coming back to this unemployment issue, I want all of you to think in terms of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is not that easy. It's very tough. You can get some work experience and then jump into entrepreneurship, start something on your own. Rather than being a job seeker, you should be a job giver. That's what this country needs, entrepreneurs. So we have TBI with us, the Technology Business Incubator, which is one of the best in the country. We have received a national award for being the best TBI. It's sponsored by central government and the industries and VIT. So we give opportunities for you to experiment with your ideas. We will be your launch pad. So you think of starting something on your own. I will want to give you an example of Stanford University. How many companies Stanford has generated? SUN, the Sun company, right? SUN stands for Stanford University Network. The Sun company was done by alumni of Stanford. Yahoo, Jerry Yang. Yahoo came out of Stanford. Google came out of Stanford. Stanford encourages people to think and come up with ideas. That's the key. Again, I want to emphasize, that's the key, where you come up with some brilliant ideas. Recently I saw a report that Bangalore is becoming the startup capital of not just India, of the world. Because of the high costs involved in Silicon Valley, a lot of people are doing their startups right from Bangalore. There's great opportunity right here, just 3 hours from here, whether it's Chennai or Bangalore. There are great opportunities for you to get job initially, get some experience, but this is where, at the university level, your mind is open, so you can discuss with others, learn outside the classroom also, generate ideas, and start something on your own. So that's one of the important messages I wanted to mention today. The other one is about what companies look for when they come for recruitment, right? One thing is, of course, your subject knowledge, as I already mentioned, which is very important. But they also look for good communication skills. I cannot underestimate the importance of communication skills. A lot of you might have come from rural background where you are not used to speaking in English within your colleagues, friends, and teachers, but you need to change that. You should make it a point to speak only in English. Fortunately, VIT is a very cosmopolitan environment where we get students from all over the country and all over the world. So it's a good opportunity for you to speak in English and move around with friends from different parts of the country. So you get good cultural atmosphere also, but communication is very important. Now we will also provide you training, but it's very important that you practice good English. You might feel a bit ashamed initially that you are making mistakes. Ignore it. Does a child run as soon as it's born? No, right? The child fails many times trying to walk and then starts walking and then starts running, right? So you will make mistakes. So people might laugh. So what? Don't be shy. Only practice can make a language perfect. So I want you to make an important note of it, that communication skills is very, very important. As Pro VC pointed out, many of you might go into the career of teaching. You might become a professor. For that, especially communication skills is extremely important. At VIT, when we recruit professors, we look for not only subject knowledge, but good command over English, good communication skills. So, the opportunities in universities, in colleges of India is pretty high. The pay is also very good. For example, the pay of a beginner at VIT for a professor is much more than what Cognizant or Wipro or any other company pays for the same graduate. So the point is communication skills. Similarly, teamwork, right? The companies look for people who can work well with others. So that's where your project work becomes important. When you collaborate, you should be able to learn how to work well with others. For the companies, it's very important that you are a good team worker. You might have your own whims and fancies, but that's very immaterial. You should know how to work with other people, how to deal with others' egos, etc. And the other issue is, especially for MTech students, you are going to have a longer project, close to a year, and your time inside VIT is going to be shorter. So you should be thinking in terms of number of days you have while you stay at VIT, and make sure every day is productive and fruitful for you. And it's very important that you get involved in publishing papers also. There's a very good career for you in research in India. It's a booming field, both in universities and in research institutes. So if you have the inclination towards research, this is a good place. As Pro VC pointed out, VIT ranks among the top technology institutions in the country as far as research is concerned. If you take the number of publications in Scopus Index journals, VIT has beaten most of the IITs. Thanks to our faculty members and research scholars. They are doing a wonderful job in publication. So it's a great opportunity for you to publish in great journals. So again, the point I'm trying to make is VIT is like Ganges river flowing with opportunities. It's up to you to stand there and take it with a spoon or a mug or a bucket or a drum. It's up to you. The river is flowing. How much ever water you want to take it, you take it. Right? So I want to close my speech with a quote from Goethe. Knowledge is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Thank you.